But I thought the market was going down. Where?
Ah. Well, if you hear Barry in the background, yeah, Barry Manilow, this song is called Looks Like We Made It. So you'll be able to tell your kids that you made it through the crash of 2014. Maybe you were on vacation. Trust me, the market actually was going down last week. I know, you look at the market and you see that everything's hitting all-time highs again, like nothing happened. And you still don't believe the government took over the stock market. Oh man. So, Wednesday afternoon of last week, now wait, before we even go on with this video now, whether or not you believe one word of bullshit that I'm about to say, let's go back to the Super Bowl. I predicted the Seahawks would win 38-10 because just based on probability that Peyton Manning was due to have one of those aw shucks kind of games where he can't get anything right, and personally, I was surprised they beat Brady. But that shows you just how bad New England was. I mean, for God's sakes, the Jets beat New England one time this year, right? Look, you don't have to believe a word of what I'm about to say, and it's not like I've made a stupid amount of money this week, but one of the best trades I've done was covering my shorts last Wednesday and not near the lows, because when the Qs were at 83.76, I'm looking at, people are calling me, how do I protect my portfolio? Should I buy puts? Should I buy calls? And just as I got off the phone with a couple of people, next thing you know, well, looks like we're breaking back over volume weighted average price here on the multi-day. I guess the sell-off's over. Just like that. And I covered my shorts at around 84.30 and 84.50 that we had from 88.50 and 88. Started getting long some of the stocks that I like. Go under 20, Condi under $12, Dry Ships under 350, same kind of bullshit. Now, there's no fucking way in hell that I knew that we would be back to highs of the year and going higher on the Qs a week later. It's a week, my friends. It was last Wednesday. Last Wednesday, we were looking over the cliff, trying to see, man, how low are we going to go? And just like that. Now, what I want you to do is, I haven't made a video since one of the other ones. On the comment section, every once in a while, I go in there and I give little updates of what I'm doing. First thing I did was I shorted the VIX. Because obviously, if the market's not going down anymore, I guess the VIX needs to go back to zero from where it came, right? VIX to zero, Qs to all-time highs. Look, this market, on the Qs in general, I could give a crap about the Dow Jones and the S&P. I watch the Qs. That's the NASDAQ. I'm a technology guy. We're not going down. With Netflix going to 500, Google, and listen to this prediction, Google to 10,000. Okay? How's it going to get there? Well, first it's going to get to $2,000, then they're going to split it, and they're going to run it back. Google to 10,000. What? 2-3 years? New prediction on the Dow. Not that I watch the Dow too much, but forget Dow 20,000. We're going to go with 36,850. No, let's scale it back a little bit. 32,000. The Dow will go up another 100% in the next, let's say, 5 or 6 years. Look, guys, whether or not this market reverses today and starts to go back down, that'll be a monumental event. Right now, today's lows on the QQQ, and this is how I'm trading it, hands off. I mean, we just made 10 points in probably the top 10 worst stocks I've ever traded in my life. Sears Holding, SHLD. Because bull market rule states, when the stock stops going down and goes up the next day, you gotta buy all you can because it's about to go up 10 or 15 points, right? Oh, of course. Look at what we're seeing this morning. Stocks like AMAT reversing and going up 70 cents. Stocks like CTRP gapping down 3 points. An innocent reversal, I'll go up 5. Come on. There's some of the trades are just too absurd to even think that these moves were going to happen. But if you just sat here this morning and you never traded before in your life, and I told you one thing to look out for, if a stock goes from red to green, buy it. And I know what happens. You're thinking, it's not going to work again. This market's gone too far too fast. I mean, think about that. We're already back to the point we were looking over the cliff 7 days ago. Now we're at to the point where people are thinking that we need a correction again. Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Look, again, I wish I could have told you I covered my cues and went long. Didn't. Wasn't that smart. But I'm smart enough never to stay short this market. The government, my friends, the government owns it. Do you understand? Some of you out there believe that, right? You believe it more and more when you see these attempts to sell off. And then suddenly, poof, we start going back up. That's why, my friends, I encourage you to go read my Stock Twits page or Twitter. Stock Twits more often than not. Friday morning, I was the first one or maybe the second one to tweet about how... Tweet. I can't believe I just used that word. That's the first... I never use that word. I hate it. Tweet. I was the first one to write that don't be afraid of this job number no matter how bad it is, because somebody knew the jobs report Wednesday afternoon and looked at it and said, that's not so bad. I guess we could rally the market. Once the market is in rally mode, earnings don't matter. Economic data really doesn't matter. Jobs don't matter. Housing doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the market's going up, and you can't do anything about it. Once you start to question why is this happening? How could we go from just blatant selling and everything looked like it was about to go down? How does this happen? Why? I don't understand. Who cares? Buy something. Buy something. What did I do? I saw stocks that I liked at certain prices. Pandora at 31 bucks. I never thought I'd see the day. Thought the stock would be 50 bucks by now. So what did I do? Can I afford to buy 1,000 shares of Pandora and hang on to it? Sure. But I don't want to sweat it out. So I buy 100. I buy 200. I see SHLD, probably the worst stock on the planet next to maybe Dry Ships or Alcatel-Lucent, which both have had sick runs over the last year or so. But Shield, is it going out of business? Are they getting taken over? Are they getting taken under? Are they going private? Who cares? Stock bottomed out just when it looked like it was about to finally just crack down and finally go to zero. A bid comes in, and when a bid comes into a stock that looks like it's about to roll over, what happens? Guys like me, who just got encouraged by the sell-off and looks like things were going to get hammered, you want to hammer the weak ones first, looking like Shield's going to just rip apart, break that 35 and just disintegrate. But then you got to start covering your shorts like a frantic lunatic. 1 second you're thinking, oh man, I'm finally going to make some money on this market, on the down, and you got to cover 2 seconds later. And then not only do you have to cover, you get punished for not covering. So the shorts are out there, they're panicking. Remember Eddie Murphy? They're panicking. I can feel it. I can feel it. They're sitting there saying, Shield's not going to break 38.50, is it? Oh my God, there it is. Cover it! You know how the story goes. Then they're sitting there like, all right, I'm gonna hang on. Just if this thing breaks 40 here, it's not gonna break 40 here at the end of the day, is it? Oh God, cover it! And they gotta cover it. And then today, when I think it might have actually opened up, it opened up a smidge under 40. So there was a guy out there going, oh God, please don't break back over 40. Oh God, there it goes. Oh, cover it! And then we had a price target of 41.20 that it could get to. And then when it broke 41.20, there was somebody out there going, oh my God, I can't believe it's breaking 41.20 because I'm not the only one looking at these levels. Breaks that level. Oh God, cover it! You get another 2 points out of it. So what did I have? 100 shares, 200 shares, woo, big deal. But you know what? If you're buying 100 shares or 200 share lots and you're making 300 here or 500 here, at the end of the week, you've made a living. You don't have to go big. You don't even have to time the market perfectly. Because I was looking at Shield as a short until suddenly it showed me that it wasn't a short anymore. So I said, hey, there's probably guys out there assuming humans trade the market still, other than the computer matrix that has taken over, I had to assume that now that it's bottomed out again and won't go away, the shorts are going to have to cover. So what is trading? It is making the other guy lose money and you take his money. So the short guy out there who hasn't learned the lesson that I've learned, that you just can't stay short once the stock starts to rally. Don't say, let's see what happens. Don't say, this is just a short-term thing. Cover, ask questions later. So for the guys that didn't cover, as it broke 38, 39.50, 40 at the end of the day, 40 and a half, 41.20, they're all suffering and panicking as you're laughing your ass off. Now again, we sold the stock at 43.23. So whatever Shield does from now on, I could care less. I still think it's going down, but what the fuck do I know, right? The stock just rallied 10 points. How about CTRP? I mean, the list goes on and on. For God's sakes, if you've been trading as long as I have, you remember AMAT, right? Applied Materials. Applied Materials went green and popped 60 cents. AMAT used to take, I mean, back in the day, it used to be a good stock. But for 10 years now, AMAT going up 9 cents on the day was like a miracle. And here it is ripping 60, 70 cents. I mean, just insane. So now everyone's thinking, this is a triple top, a quadruple top, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. It's not until it is. You understand? Don't try to guess at the market. All right, we just broke, for some of you out there, all-time highs on the QQQ. Why would it just suddenly just start going right back down? We just broke out. We had the sell-off. Now we just broke out. If you're still thinking that it's a good idea to short this market, $88.35 on the QQQ. That, my friends, is where, if we could break $88.35, that is maybe where you might think about going short again. Until we break $88.35, hands off, neck bone! Neck bone! Don't even think about shorting. I don't give a shit what you think, because you're going to get punished. You know, some guy out there is like, I said, I guess trading is over for me because I'm just going to hang on. By the way, this is what I own right now. I own January 2016 $95 calls on the Qs. January of 2016, $95 calls on the Qs. Let me just get a quick update for you. They're $5.31 bid, $5.78 on the offer. Now we bought them $4 and change. Cost average right now is about $4.85. My opinion, owning the January 2016 QQQ calls under $5 is going to yield you about a 300% return. What? That's underestimating it, okay? If you want to get completely irrational right now, okay? Because I know I could get completely irrational if you want. I think the QQQ, and now bookmark this video, bookmark it. I think the QQQ is going to be at 143 on expiration. And those options will be worth $45. Think about it. At least $45, obviously, right? So you're buying them here at 5 and you're going to sell them at 45. What's the point of trading? You know where it's going, right? Now, if the QQQ decides to go down sometime ever again, if we break 88.35, we will hedge ourselves by shorting the Qs against that call that we own out in 2016. Other than that, hands off, neck bone, don't you fucking short. You think about shorting, I'm going to find out where you live. I'm going to bury you. All right? I'm going to bury you, for real.